So basically assignment 2 is, so it's called Blocky 3D Animal. And this is a fun assignment because we normally run a contest in this assignment, and people, all the students vote for the top 3, I guess. I'm not sure what James is going to do this year because he's the one who runs the contest. And normally students vote for the top, let's say 3 or 5, and then we have the Hall of Fame here. And your work is going to end up here and stay in the class visual for everybody for the future classes. And these become kind of inspiration for the future students. So all these works here, they were part of this assignment before. As you can see, people have done really amazing work on this assignment. And so it's like very exciting to see what you all is going to submit this year. So let me go back and open the assignment. And just to be sure, again, actually, let me go back a little bit. I want to make sure what is the due date of this assignment. So assignment 2 is set to be, so it's due November the 2nd, which is 2 weeks from now, right? And this assignment, you have 1 extra week to work on. And I believe that this is true for all the following assignments. So you're gonna have some extra time to work on this. Here we have, so these videos that we can see here, they're from last year. They're still helpful, but I'm gonna override them with this, what we are doing today. So basically, the kind of the goal of this assignment is to learn and to work with transformations. And I'm not sure if you have seen this in class yet, but definitely going to see very soon if you haven't seen yet. But the idea of transformations is pretty much to translate, rotate, and scale 3D geometries. And in this case, we're going to start working with 3D geometries. I think for assignment 1, we only worked with 2D shapes. So we're going to discuss this idea of transformations and how we can do them with matrices. I'm going to quickly kind of maybe review this concept as I go if needed. I like when you're typing the code, I like kind of going to the board and discussing some of these ideas. Now I'll try to draw some stuff here on my end. So the concepts are that it's pretty much transformations and working with 3D objects in WebGL. Here we have the introduction of the assignment with this video showing, this was many years ago, and this is just an inspiration for you of what kind of animal you can create. The same is the Hall of Fame. We have many inspiration points for you there. So let's go to the instructions. I'm going to quickly go over this a little bit, but I'm going to do pretty much the same while I'm coding. But so this is some tips that we added, and here I think this is following exactly what James's videos are doing. So I think this tutorial is very aligned with what James is doing. So actually, I'm gonna, and here these instructions are very like code related. So they're code oriented. They're not very like high level points. So as you read this, actually you'll see like how to implement functions and how to animate stuff, and so on. So actually, I'm gonna just go over the code with you, and I'm gonna present what I want to do today, which is this example here, which is a rotating cube. And we're gonna do other transformations, but here we have 3 topics to cover. Right? We have to implement this example. We have 3 major topics to cover, and the first one is transformations. And here we're going to need to kind of create a matrix. And we'll try to highlight the topics, create a matrix, and like send this matrix to the shader, and then maybe like apply transformation. Okay, and all of them are a rotation, or let's say translation, rotation, and scaling. They are very, they're going to use the same, pretty much the same code. We're only going to change the matrices themselves. And after that, we're going to need to create a 3D object. In this case, let's make like 3D, create a cube. I'm going to just highlight this 3D geometry. And here I'll show you how to create a class. So I'm going to create a class in JavaScript, or create a cube class. And we're going to have to make a cube, or as you can see here, each face of the cube has a different color. And in the previous assignment, we had the shapes with the same color. So doing this requires creating a new buffer for color. Pretty much this is to have a color per face. So yeah, and then I want to do this and highlight this point, because we're gonna be passing more data now to the, actually it's not actually create a new buffer, but adjust our attribute buffer to have a color per face. That's more accurate. And what else? We also gonna need to animate the cube. And this can be a rotation or something like that. So these three concepts will be the key concepts for this next assignment. Okay.